once again, guys. Thank you so much always for taking your time to watch our episodes. And today, I'm so much excited to show you another project and to confirm to you that when we start, we have to finish for you your project. I am in GANJONI, slightly on the lower side of the town, and I'm on the 14th floor of an apartment. And today I just want to show you, or just to tell those people who are buying apartments, that you can facelift your space to look like a home, just like any other person who has put up a home. Most of the times when people buy apartments, or when the contractors or when the developers are doing these units, 99% or 70% of them do not give final attention to details. And most of the times when you buy these units, you tend to feel like there are things that are missing in place, or there are things that are not to the standards that you might want to have in your home. And for that particular reason, Keith Interiors is always there for you to give an upgrade. As I move just on, for this project we were just commissioned to only do the kitchen. Larry will throw in the former or the previous kitchen that was there that we ripped off, then gave the client what is new currently. And then apart from that, I will also just pinpoint a few things in this space that if at all we were given the entire project, we would have just transformed the entire thing into a modern space. But it is still modern, but it needs a bit of touch. Let's go. So we are in the kitchen, guys, and I'm very happy to show you. Actually, Mombasa people, thank you so much, always giving us projects all around. As I live here, I'm going to Kilifi, a new project. Have a project in Utange has been going on, very soon to reveal. So most of the times when you have a kitchen, probably that is an apartment kind of whatever. This kitchen was actually, I don't know, it had an island that was basically sitting this way. And then it didn't have that section, and it didn't have this section. So we had some cabinets from somewhere there all the way to here. And there was a door to the Dobby area, or to the DSQ on the other side. Where Larry is standing, maybe Larry, if you just go back. So this wall, this arch, if you can, it was actually stretching all the way to the end where this column, this beam is, it was stretching like this. So we had to do an extension of around 300, because we had another 300 on the inner side, on that side. And we wanted to create, most of the times, as usual, I've always told you, there are 3 segments that I look at most of the times when I'm doing these kitchen spaces. And that is the cooking area, which are the low levels, the storage area, which are the tall cabinets, and the high levels. So I came in for the site visit, and I noticed actually even placing the fridge was not easy. So I had to do the elongation of the wall for me to come up with the tall cabinets in this kitchen. And what I managed to come up with was actually, after the extension, I got a 600. This is actually extended by 700, so that I can do the 600 plus the 650. So basically, I managed to get this space, which is a coffee station, nicely done with low level shelves and high levels. Then immediately after that, I have this space, and this kitchen has been done for a person in the diaspora. They haven't actually they're thinking of renting out the space, and actually I thought maybe I'll get a tenant inside. So this is for the oven, this is for the microwave, and then we have for the pans, that is more storage, and we have the high level, more storage. Then immediately after, I created this space, and this is for the double door fridge, and it has its Haventos doors where you pull up and you if you leave, it can go down and close. So the double door fridge comes here. Then I had this space, which is more decorative space, and this space takes the glass unit and the glass doors. They're actually two panels that open out like this, and it's more of a decorative element as you walk into the bedrooms. Then immediately after, when you come to this side, this is the cooking area. What I did, some glass panels again here that I'm waiting. So it's aluminum and glass on this side, more decorative and still functional and aesthetically appealing. Then on the lower side, you have the drawers, you have the door, and then a shelf inside. Then we are trying to actually play around with colors, and we were doing the wood finish, white cabinets and white tops, and the backsplash in white. So as you can check, this is quartz and the backsplash is still quartz, and it's moving from the 630, then goes all the way to the 600 on top. Then you have the indirect light. And as I was telling you, these are some of the small details that I need to finish. Actually, it needs to be drilled nicely, and then we have this point stored behind the cabinet. Then immediately after, and most of the times these things are calculative, you have to calculate and see, where do I put my cooker, where do I put my sink, and definitely the cooker was meant to come on this side and the sink was meant to go on that side. So immediately after, we have this unit here, and this is the spice rack. So it is immediately after the cooker, just on the left hand side, but most of the times we do both. Then as usual, for those people who are learning, so this is a panel of 100. It's fixed, it doesn't have a handle, so that as you put the cooker, the hob, it sinks almost 50 millimeter under. So instead of just putting whatever, the drawer from that point all the way, though I've seen scenarios whereby you can do this drawer all the way up, then have a drawer inside a drawer inside the drawer, or you have this panel on all the way up, then you find this one also inside. They will still all work, but we do this so that we don't interfere. And most of the times when you just remove this, you find the power point behind there, and you find the gas point just behind there, so that these ones can be usable without interference. And as usual, I'll give you soft closing cabinets. So all of them are soft closing. So that is it. Immediately after, we have the hood here on top. Again, functional. It has the light and all that. So things are really working. Then immediately after, I give you a space a bit where you can put A, B, C, D. Then there's a light behind and more storage on top. Then the granite takes the shape. Remember now, this is a beam, this is a column flowing from top all the way to the bottom. Sometimes when you're doing these cabinets, you wonder now, because now this one was hitting here and this one was hitting somewhere here in the space that remained. So we created this panel to just give an impression of a space of a cabinet, but in reality it is covering this particular shape here. This is a column supporting the structural column, so that now our cabinets start from somewhere here. It's actually, I think, something also here on the lower side. So we started our cabinets here. So that is purely partitioned, so that we don't have interference on that side. But when you are here, you actually feel like it is a cabinet, but it's a clever way of going about it. So again, that closes, and we are doing the linear handles. Those are the horizontal panels, then recessed inside the board, and they just flush. Then around this place again, because we were trying to get more cabinets on the lower side and the upper side, so there was a window here. And that window was restricting us from getting more storage. So what we did, we blocked that window, and we opted not to have a window versus storage. So it has been blocked, and it was a view, or as a communication point between the person in the kitchen and the person in the Dobby area or the DSQ. So we just thought, because there is also another access from the outside, from the lift, someone can just access the Dobby directly. So for privacy purposes, that person stays on their own, these people stays on their own, and then you have more storage. And for that reason, we created more cabinets on the upper levels. And if you check around, you will not see that whatever the window that was there. Then we give you more beautiful accessories for modern spaces. So you want to use that, you just pull it down, then you push it up like that. Then even there, you can have a whatever, you can have a shelf and use that as a space. So here we have our mixer working very nicely. You can pull to the right, to the left, and you can wash your things, and you can check everything is just neat. The top and the backsplash just matching nicely. We have a switch here that is controlling probably the light on the outer side. Then immediately, in fact, I forgot, here we have another spice rack. We have the left and the right spice rack. Then here we have whatever, the sink, nicely done, pipe work. So just a bit of tile works under there, and it is done. So that is it for there. Then here again, more storage. Then on this side, remember, we are trying to separate that entity and this entity on this side where the DSQ is. But how? We opted to just come up with this creative idea whereby there is a door behind here, but when you are here, you will never realize there is access to that side. But when you want to open within your vertical, wherever, you just pull it out, then you open the door, and then you go to the DSQ on the outer side. But for now, once you lock and you're on this side, that person cannot come in the entity or the person in this space might never be able to know there is whatever. And then for purposes of just cleanliness and a uniformity and things just looking like a kitchen, you just avoid having the door and provide for the box panels or the doors here, so that they will still, even without that being a door, they can still function as a door. Assuming this is now the pantry in your house, again, you can just open and move into the pantry instead of having a full solid door. And then you can actually still have this in CNC, so that aeration, if it's the pantry, the aeration can still be there. Then if there were power points here that we will not avoid, then again, since this is access point or traffic area, we had to leave around a 900 to 1 meter space, so that just in case you have something huge or something that needs a bit of space, you can access the DSQ without going back to the main house. Then without forgetting, we give you more storage all the way down. That is that. And then again, more beautiful accessory. You can accessorize your kitchen by putting probably recipe books. You can put some portraits for your kids and the family around, and then just use it in a decorative way, and then this would be so nice. Then because we actually created this, there was, I think, a partition here that the kitchen was on this side. I can't remember clearly, but the kitchen was just on this side. So we did a turnaround of the island, and what we did is we provided an island that is around 1.8. 1.8 can see 3 persons, 1 person here, 1 person here, and 1 person here. And if you are those kind of people who do not want to clutter space, you can just have 2 bar stools, and that is it. And for sure, it is for reasons whereby if you are seated here and you are actually talking to that person can turn and look at you like this instead of sitting like that and communicating like this. Then secondly, if I'm cooking from there and I need more storage, more preparation area, it's easy for me to cook from here and to come here and chop and do my works and then bring them back here. If at all this space is not enough for me, then I have more storage on this side that I can put my whatever, I can put a pan, I can put spoons, I can put cooking sticks. Then I have more storage for here. I can put more items that I might be using on this other side. So then I have my dirty, the trash can is around here. So I'm working and I want to throw them, I just put them here. Then later on, my person will come and pick this thing. Then without forgetting, we give you neatness When you do a waterfall, it is granite on the left, on the vertical side, and granite on the horizontal side, and it happens all the way on both sides, so that whenever you are maybe seated here and you want to step on this thing, it's easy to clean. So this waterfall idea is one of the most beautiful things that you can always think about when doing your islands, and it is not a mandatory thing. We work with the tastes and preferences of different types of clientele. So for those who do not want this, and again, if you're going for a maybe shaker type of doors, you might not want to do that, because you can do the pillars just like the staircase newels on the outer side, and the shakered panels on that side. So depending on the style you are going with, for this it is more modern, more purely modern. So the waterfall makes a lot of sense. And for that particular reason, my brothers and sisters, thank you so much for always taking your time to watch our episodes. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media pages at Interiors, where style meets elegance. Asanteni. Just want to touch a few things in this space that might require a bit of touch, and that would actually address so many people who have their apartments. You look here, this is a single bed, and this bed would sit basically here, and this will be either a 5x6 or a 4x6. And this side, this is where the stool will be, and this side is also where the stool will be. In our designs, most of the time, so what we do is we make sure when the stool is at 700, your switches are actually, your socket is also 700, so that you don't have to struggle and push the stool ahead in front for you to access your socket. And most of the times, again, as I put my socket probably somewhere here, I'll put my switches immediately after the socket, so that immediately where the bed ends, let's say the 5x6 is here, and probably I'm the person sleeping on this side, I just switch off the lights from this point without even turning. Even when I'm facing on that side, I can just do my hand like this and switch it on and switch it off. When I wake up in the mid of the night and I want to plug in plug in the phone, again, I don't even need to struggle. I just do like this, and I'll pick my cable, plug it in, and that happens on either sides. And the lighting and switching points should happen concurrently, or should happen independently on either sides. I'm on this side, I want to control the center light, I can do it. I'm on this side and I want to control the wall brackets, I can do it. Then these wall brackets, again, they should be around 1600 from the floor level to light up, and not directly, almost as I put this, it will just be there, and then the light will be so much up. Then other points that I can look at is look at the skirtings. They were forgotten around the house. When you come to the bathroom, quickly, probably if you want, and if you do not want, you can do an improvement of this door. Come in for here, most of the times I'll give you a nice beautiful vanity that floats here and gives you a granite top, and I'll put a standalone whatever tap there, which will still work for those people who can't. This is still fine. I will give you a bigger mirror, probably from here to somewhere here, same size of the vanity. When you look at the toilets, again, when they give you toilets. This one hasn't been used, but when you come so close, you realize that even the aging and all that, things have already started happening. So we give you a proper toilet. When it comes to showers, we don't leave it like this. We give you a nice, beautiful frameless glass shower cubicle with a chrome or stainless steel rail on top. Then it has a grabber on the outer side, a grabber on the inner side, and a horizontal bar that handles, or that you can hang your towels as you move into the wherever. Again, when you are doing the tiles, we'll give you much more better tiles on the floor. We can actually also go ahead and give you this step in granite, depending on the costs or the budget you have. For the tiles, I might not say they're bad, but we can also just give you those nice, beautiful, polished or matte 600 by 1200 granito tiles that can come from the top all the way to the floor. Then this shower pan, we can give you some nice beautiful mosaic tiles. And that is just a sneak peek of what can happen to improve a space that has been bought.